Hello there everybody, Jason here. I got another top 10 for you here. This time I'm going to do a system that's either loved or very hated. I happen to be on the side of loving this system because I was a Sega man, and I'm talking about the Sega CD. The add-on that most people don't like because there's a lot of crappy games for the system, but the key is you gotta stay away from the full motion video games and you'll find a lot of good games. There are a few good full motion video games. In fact, I do have one of them on my top 10 list here. Yeah, I got it when it first came out and I really liked the system. I had no problem. I never felt any regret buying it. Really great system. Still play the games today. And so here's my top 10. So at number 10 is a three-way tie of possibly the three best full-motion video games ever released. In Excess, Crisscross, Make Your Own Videos, and of course the CNC Music. No, these are not. Of course, these wouldn't even make my top 100. Yeah. Okay, so let's start for real here. Sorry about that. Number 10, Jurassic Park. At the time, I loved the movie when it came out. In fact, I saw it probably 3 times at the movie theater. So of course I had to get the game, and I like the point and click action of the game. It has some full motion video stuff in it. You got to find stuff to get past the next areas and everything, and some of the dinosaur encounters are really cool. I don't think too many people really like this game, but maybe just because I was always a dinosaur freak as a kid and liking the movie as much as I did, that I really enjoyed the game. So this makes number 10 on my list. And as I was saying, the real full motion video game, the only one that's on there that I like is Sewer Shark, which I got when the system came out. I got this game, and because it was a new thing, full motion video, this game, kind of blew me away. Like, whoa, it's so cool. It's got actors and everything, and it's actually a fun game to play, kind of challenging. The full motion videos are pretty stupid, like most of them are. But you could always just click past that stuff. But all in all, it's not a bad game, and I like it, so you have to like it too. Then we got number 8. We have Shining Force CD, which is actually the Game Gear games. There was 2 Game Gear games that they made it into one CD game here. It's really cool. Unlike the other Shining Forces, you don't really go town to town. There's really just one kind of hub area where you buy all your stuff, talk to people, and then you go off. So it's basically just do it. So if you really just like the battles, this is perfect for you because you really just do battles. Really fun game. Number 8. Number 7, some people think the greatest Sonic game of all time. Not my favorite, but number 7 on this list, Sonic CD. Really fun game, really cool music. Going to the past and future stuff is interesting. Don't really need to. You could actually pretty much just pass a level on whatever thing you're on, but it's cool because the way things change and everything. And I had trouble getting into it when it first came out. I was probably tired of Sonic games, but then I put it in like a year later to pass it. I was like probably halfway through it at the time and really got into it the second time around. I really enjoyed it, really had fun passing it, and that's why it's on my list. And then we got number 6. Now this is a game I just bought this year, and I've had the Sega CD since it first came out in '91. I just bought this year and played it only a few months ago and fell in love with it, and it already made my top 10 list, and that's Android Assault. This is a shooter game. Very cool. Now, I'm not the best. I like shooters, but I'm not the best at them. But this one I was actually able to pass, which doesn't mean it's easy or anything, but I enjoyed it so much that I stuck with it. I didn't get too frustrated. The levels are cool. The weapons are cool. The music, especially like get to this one boss and just this guitar heavy metal riff starts going, and it's really cool. Really fun game. As far as shooters go, this is one of my favorite of all time. Actually, it's on the Sega CD. See, told you there's good games. Number 5. This game is kind of a it's a rare game, sought after. Popful Mayo Magical Fantasy Adventures. Let's see, where is it at? This right here. See that right there where it says, well, I don't know if you can. It says Working Designs. Working Designs made some fantastic games for the Sega CD. A few of them that didn't make the list. I have Lunar 2 and Vey. Back here is all my Sega CD games, by the way. I'm only missing about 20 for a complete collection. I do have Snatcher. I haven't played it yet, so I can't rate it. But this is a really fun game. It's been so long since I played it. Goes for a lot of money nowadays, but I've got it brand new. This is still my copy. Really fun game. I don't know if it's worth the price that it's going nowadays, but I don't think you'll be disappointed. Really fun game. Then we get number 4, which is a combo game, which is Heart of an Alien, and which is Out of This World Part 1 and 2. Never playing either one of them when I got this game. I had a lot of fun with it. It's kind of like Flashback in the way it plays, or Blackthorn, if you ever played any of those games. Both of them are a lot of fun. I actually think I like Part 2 better than Part 1 on here, but this is a really fun game, and worth, if you get a Sega CD, to pick this up. I think you'll really enjoy that game. Again, number 3. Some of you might think it's kind of funny, but I'm going to put Chuck Rock as number 3, which was also, this was the game I got when I first got the system. I got this and Sewer Shark were the two first games I got. I really like this game. I never played any of the other versions, like the Genesis version or the Amiga version. You know, the whole caveman thing was with Bonk and everything was coming out, and it's way different than Bonk. I've played Bonk. This is a lot of fun, this game. I don't know how it holds up nowadays, but at the time I really liked it, passed it, enjoyed it. Really cool music, real cool graphics at the time. And that's why it makes number 3 on my list. And now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Number 2, fantastic strategy game, Dark Wizard. This too is actually going for a little bit of money on eBay nowadays. This is my original copy. You can play as 4 different characters, and you go through a campaign to, of course, do battles after battles. There's a lot of characters. If you're used to strategy games where you only have like the Final Fantasy Tactics, where you can only have like 6-7 guys on the battlefield. I mean, I forget. I think I had like up to 30 guys on the battlefield at once, but it's never overwhelming, and a lot to do visiting cities and stuff. And this is a really fun game, and that's why it's number 2. And at number 1, most people would pick the sequel, but I'm going with the original Lunar the Silver Star. I was really into, if you've seen any of my other thing, I always talk about how I was really into role-playing games, so of course when this came out I got it right away. And the thing that I really like about this is this game really showed off what the Sega CD could do as far as all the scaling and rotation and the fantastic music, the graphics, the battles. And one thing I really liked about this is when you start off the game, you don't really know what you're doing. Well, it's not like right away a princess is kidnapped. You play along, and then the story kind of develops after some time, so you're really not sure what's going on, and then there's some great twists at the end. And again, another working designs title. If you own a Sega CD and you don't know what third-party publisher to trust, you can't go wrong with Working Designs. They made some of the best games. And that's number 1. With Lunar 2, just missed the list. You know, there's always the Lunar 2s and other games that just miss the list. So that's my top 10 for the Sega CD. I like the system. People who don't like it maybe aren't just playing the right games. There's, 157, 158 games for the system, I think. And there's got to be some good ones with that many games, and there are quite a bit. Actually, back there's quite a few games that did miss the cut. So don't be afraid to get the Sega CD. It's a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Any comments you want to leave is fine with me. Always just like feedback. So I'll try to get one more video in because my busy season is starting soon at work. So if I'm going to try to get one more video next week. If not, I'm not going to make any other videos to the beginning of next year. But I'm actually going to try to make them more professional. I'm actually going to try to shoot some footage of video games, do some editing, instead of this kind of basic videos that I do now. But I need a better camera, and I got to start looking at some better editing sites on the computer. So I'll get to work on that next year. But hope you enjoy it, and I'll try to get one more top 10 in. So thank you for watching.